What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video I wanted to show my first encounter with Ronan and all of his mini-bosses. Now I do have to warn you, since this was a recording of my first attempt, it's not perfect, it's not an exact guide, but it's a pretty fun run, and it's going to be a look into my thought process, even though admittedly we're going to find out that the very start was wrong. Now for this one, at first I decided to go with the Quicksilver start, and I figured I could use chrono accelerators and make this battle pretty easy. I figured I was going to go with that method, or I also did think about Iron Man and his Unibeam. You may want to go with the latter because, as we'll find out, Quicksilver doesn't get to go first in a single wave in this fight. Even so, his 2 turns in a row will serve us very well, so not all is lost with this team up. Other than that, we're using the full 4 Horsemen set on my agent, but if you are using the Iron Man technique, all you need is stamina recharge items. Now I am bringing in my Scrapper Quicksilver mainly because Supergiant is an infiltrator as well as Nebula. Getting that follow-up tag team is going to be very important, and it will really help out. Plus there's only one bruiser, and that's going to be Black Dwarf. This was before I recruited Star-Lord, so he does have all of his abilities, and I do realize that your level of Star-Lord will be a factor. You may want to use a protect weapon on your agent, but you will want to make sure he can withstand 4 mini-boss attacks in a row. For me personally, I have run this a few more times, and it hasn't been too difficult. That's especially true when considering this would be a 7 bird, or at least that's what most of us would call it. In all honesty, I thought that Apocalypse, with all of his horsemen, was a much harder battle, but I guess at least Quicksilver did get to go first in that one. Still, you can easily take one of Quicksilver's turns to use a chrono accelerator, and then you could take these extra turns as well as items, which if you truly want to, you could use that to take out these opponents before they even get another chance. Then just make sure you have some lost pages of Vishanti, or some way to clear debuffs. You can request those from allies if you're running low. And now with Quicksilver's turn, we're going to use Blinding Punches, and then we will get a follow-up tag team. After that, I can use the No Mercy on Proxima, and that will easily finish her off. Now with only Supergiant remaining, unfortunately a computer Star-Lord will not have enough attack to take her down. He's missing ISO weight, and he just doesn't do that much damage. So instead, what we're going to do is use a Spray and Pray, and at least buff our team. This will help us out in the current round and in the future waves, so it's a pretty good route to go. Then Supergiant's going to get 2 more actions herself, or maybe Quicksilver's going to have something to say about that one. After all the dots, it's not like she has that much HP remaining, but either way we do a pretty big blast from the past. So now on to wave 2, which debatably may be the worst wave of them all. Corvus Glaive can be kind of annoying, but he does trigger multiple counterattacks, including a tag team and Gaunt Caress. His bleed effects though may be a problem, so you're going to want to remove those as soon as you can. Otherwise your agent or Quicksilver may bleed out. Right after Black Dwarf's turn, Quicksilver's going to get his 2 chances, and then we can use any items we see fit. First up, I'm probably going to use a lost page of the Vishanti, and then I may just attack that top infiltrator. The reason for that is because we will get a tag team, and our counterattacks have already taken the enemies pretty low. So here, not only do we take out this minion, we also hurt Corvus Glaive, and we take him within range of Fatal Blow. That means we can use the Memento Mori, and he'll be finished, and he will not revive. I'd like to point out that Star-Lord also has Fatal Blow on his Rock's Fall ability, and it is a summon attack, so if you have him trained to level 9, you can also use this as a quick action if you have the Cooperative Augmented ISO 8. But luckily it wasn't needed, so we'll go ahead back to Spray and Pray, and we'll just go ahead and buff our team again. Then following Black Dwarf's turn, you should go ahead and heal your team back to full if you see the need. Whenever you're on the final enemy of a wave, you should always take your extra team's turns as a chance to prepare. That could mean getting rid of debuffs, healing, or restoring stamina. In this case we're doing fine, so we're just going to finish off the final enemy. Then moving on to the last wave, which features Ronan and Nebula, all we have to do is finish these 2 and we win the battle. Once again the enemies get the first 4 attacks, and then it will be Quicksilver's 2 turns. As long as you can live through this, it should be relatively easy. It certainly doesn't hurt when you dodge, but of course you can't rely on this. What we can rely on is Quicksilver blowing up this infiltrator. Ours happens to be built for damage in PvP, so he easily takes her down. Next on my agent's turn, I'm going to use Party Time, and then I'll go ahead and use the X-Oblivion. This is actually going to be a setup move, and I'm going to try to set up Star-Lord's Lit Up. I really wanted to take down Ronan with Star-Lord if possible, and this was his best bet. At this point you could also use any of your items to give an extra turn, such as a Quantum Elixir, but instead I just went for it, and we did come up a little bit short. Not a problem, because Ronan the Accuser is down to 2000 HP, and our whole team is at full health. He hits us for only 97 damage, and we easily finish him with a counter. So that's going to be the end of the battle, and now we'll go on to the boss roulette and wrap up the video. For our score, we got 126,000 and perfection, but I'm sure you could score a lot higher. For one, you would just have to get a lot of epic overkills. Iron Man could probably do that all himself. And here you see it's the first time I defeated Ronan for the task. So like I said, this was a little while ago because I have Star-Lord, I believe, at level 10 now. So moving on to the boss roulette, there's going to be a pretty decent item on it. It's called the Mordant Laser Rifle. It at least has high crits, pain, and burning. Unfortunately, I haven't won a single item from any boss roulette, and all we get is 20 unstable ISO 8. More importantly though, I would like to get that Galactic Crusher, and I'm still trying for it. Anyways, as we wrap up the end dialogue, I do want to tell you that a new Subscriber Squads episode is coming this week. I also plan on hopefully bringing back another series this week as well. So make sure you subscribe, and that way you can stay tuned for all future episodes and a whole lot more. Hopefully there will be another game update this week, and there will be either a new PvP season, the release of Medusa, or at least there should be another Guardian costume coming soon. Once any of those updates happen, I'll make sure to make a video as soon as I can. Lastly, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and share the video. And until next time, good luck, and take care.